I don't remember any of it.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Welcome to the Rated G for Gamers podcast, episode 119. Just a quick heads up before we start that you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, and Vero at Rated G for Gamers. You can always email us at info@ratedgforgamers.com. We appreciate all the love. I'm your host, Dave Rotino. This is my co-host, Dan, the podcaster, formerly known as Classic Robinson.
What's going on, man?
I am very excited. I'm very excited for this. I'm going to tease it now. We teased it last episode. Next week, special guest of the show, a cartridge gamer of Instagram and YouTube fame. Very excited to have him on. We're going to have a big E3 pre-show, right? We're going to go over all of our predictions, kind of hash out what we think is going to happen on the show, and, just
all
have a general good time.
All the
rumors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We talk about retro video games. It's going to be a good time.
So we got the gaming community got some sad news the other day. Total Biscuit, huge YouTuber and Twitch streamer. I think he was like one of the people that made like unboxings and like just kind of video reviews like on Twitch, like famous on YouTube, famous, right?
Yeah.
No matter what you thought about him, it is, rest in peace. He lost his battle with cancer the other day.
Sure. It's awful. It's just awful. It's just a bad time all around. And, thoughts and condolences go out to the family, all the good stuff.
So, I'm never good with like handling death. I never know what to say.
Right? The best thing you can do, I think, in my opinion, is to be there for somebody, give them a big old effing hug, and just be like, whatever you need. For the people that are going through that situation, whatever you need, I'm here,
Also, I just want to address, sorry, we posted episode 118 pretty late. As I discussed on episode 18, I had a death in the family, so I had to do funeral arrangements and burial arrangements and stuff. So we recorded late, so we had to post it up late. So
and I just had a crazy week, so I mean, that was all over the place. So
yeah, we couldn't get a time down to actually do the show, but we knew we couldn't miss another episode because we wanted the E3 prediction show, episode 120. We actually wanted that to be episode 120, so we made that happen. So it's officially going to be episode 120. So also, and I just want to give an update. So a couple episodes ago, I told you that I had a bunch of magazines, PlayStation magazines, stolen from me. So I'm going to have to eat it. I spent $65 on that. I'm going to have to eat it. It happened like 2.5 weeks ago. Nothing anyone can really do. And I'll tell you why. Pro tip. And now I know. I never even thought about doing this. But just to rehash, I bought 40 magazines. I got delivered an empty box. So somewhere in transit, they spilled out or someone stole it. Call 911 right away. You never think to call 911 for something that's so trivial than like somebody stealing magazines from you. But I went to the police department because I had to make a police report for eBay. I could not make a police report for several reasons. And they told me I should have called 911 right away. And you know what? I don't know if you ever called 911 before. I have.
Yeah.
They ask you, what's your emergency? Right?
Yes.
And if you would have told them, hey, I had a theft in my house, they would have sent the car. It would probably wouldn't have came right away because it wasn't really an emergency, right? But somebody would actually showed up, and they would take my statement. You have to print out proof that you paid for this, you bought this,
Sure,
online, and they probably would have questioned the mail lady, and then I can have like a police report, right? So they told me essentially go home, print out proof of purchase, and call 911 because that is sort of the scene of the crime. It's been 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks now. I'm not gonna go through all of that. Not to mention my deadline to submit a police report to eBay is today.
So it's just not gonna happen.
So that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna call 911 on a holiday. So it just doesn't make any sense. I'll eat it. I'm gonna give a bad review to the seller because I think they, even if they did send the package and they didn't just send me an empty package, the box looks kind of beat up. Like they could have got a brand new box.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's not a good look. It's not a good look for them. Yeah, man.
So pro tip: whenever you get a package and someone steals it, call 911 right away.
Well, like here's what you do too. Do you know the seller's name offhand?
Yes.
You do.
Well,
put them on blast.
Not off the top of my head. I'll have to look.
Okay. Next episode, put them on blast because people need to know. Do not buy from the seller.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I feel bad if the seller is like, "Hey, look, I sent it to you. I'm sorry, someone stole it." Right? Like that's pretty much what he or she said to me, and when we were messaging back and forth. I don't know. I'm kind of pissed off because all of this just happened like yesterday when I went to the police department to make a police report, and they pretty much gave me the runaround. Well, first of all, I had to go to 2 precincts. One precinct told me, "Yeah, sorry, nothing we could do." Another precinct told me, "Hey, look, this is what you should have did." Right?
Oh my God, that's annoying. They're just like, we don't have time for this. The first precinct,
They sent that's essentially what they did. They said, "Hey, I don't have time." Like he was like, "Hey, look, nothing we can do. Sorry, like we can't investigate it. Like it's been it's been 2 weeks. I'm sorry." Right. And he got into the squad car and left. And the next precinct, because I didn't like that answer, so I went to another precinct and they told me, "Hey, this is what you should have did." Well, they told me, "Do you have proof of purchase? Like you got to print it out. I can't look at it on your phone. That doesn't count because we have to scan it into our system and document it. Blah blah blah." So they were very helpful. They were very like, "Hey, sorry, like print out, go call 911." I was like, "I'm not going to do all that." So, pro tip: always call 911 if someone steals your package.
There you go. There you go. I wouldn't have thought to do that. I would have thought to just call the police directly, but I guess better to go through 911.
Well, she said, "Hey, this is what they're there for." Like, I know. Do you think it's true? She literally said, "She's like, I know you think it's trivial. You call in 911, no one's got murdered or anything like that. It's not a major crime, but someone stole something from you, right? That's major, correct? It's an emergency to you, right? Like." That's what they're here for. Call 911. They would have sent the appropriate squad car to your house. It wouldn't have came in 5 minutes like if it was a real emergency. But it would have came within an hour, and they would have investigated and made a police report for you. I was just like, you know what? I didn't think of that. But now I know. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on that. Let's talk about something good. I saw Deadpool 2 last night.
Oh, no way. I am going to see that movie tonight. So very excited. Thoughts? Thoughts without spoiling it? You gotta go ahead and preface that. Dude, this movie just came out, all right? Don't give me all that.
I will say it has slight continuity issues, just slight continuity issues. But I think the ending was slightly rushed. However,
really
amazing movie, hilarious. Not as good as the first Deadpool, but
Wow, I was just gonna say, yeah.
It's always hard for movies to live up to the first one, right?
Well, I mean, nobody thought Deadpool was gonna be like anything good because of like how hard it is to do that character. But they got everything right,
I will say this though. It's not like every other Marvel movie where you gotta wait to the like all the way to the end of the credits. But just stick around 5 minutes after the movie.
Always.
He
Ollie.
he fixes X-Men Origins. X-Men Origins is now officially fixed. That movie has
Oh,
been fixed.
that is pretty hilarious.
That is
Pretty
funny.
hilarious.
So
Mm-hmm.
I like Deadpool 2. No, listen, Deadpool 2, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Still haven't
Mm-hmm.
played the game. That I probably will. I
The
heard that game is
Deadpool
horrible.
game. Yeah.
But
Yeah, maybe not.
but anyway, Dave, as we always
Mm-hmm.
try to start the show and epically fail, what have you been playing?
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a new game. I got a new pickup this week. Only one, because things have been busy. But I picked up the Wild Guns Reloaded for the Switch,
Oh wow.
which
You know what? I've been
is
meaning to pick that one up too.
it's amazing.
I have
It's
that
amazing.
for PS4, but the Switch
Mm-hmm.
version has like an easy mode and a boss rush,
It
right?
does.
Have you played that?
Well, you can't get to the boss rush until you beat the game because you have to go through all the stages to unlock all the bosses to get the boss rush. So I don't know how that is. It does have easy mode. I've been playing on normal because I like a little bit of a challenge, and it is tough. So yeah, I still have not beaten stage one, even with help because it has a 4-player co-op, which is awesome. But it's still very difficult.
I played it on PS4. I made it to like stage 3 and just I couldn't get through it. Like I just couldn't. That game
Stage
is
three. Wow. Okay.
tough.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted to buy the Switch version because I know it has like an easy mode.
You can get through.
So, I've been playing a few games. I've been playing Super Mario Run
Oh,
on,
really?
on my
Did they
iPhone.
put new levels out?
They got like a remix thing where they remix each level, right?
Mhm.
It is like it's not an endless runner, but it's like you have to go through the stage quickly and get like all the rainbow coins,
Mhm.
right? And it's like bits and pieces of each stage, and it's like super rush mode, right? So some of them are easy, some of them are totally difficult, and you can't go back. So if you miss a jump, that's it. Like you're not
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get.
right.
So I've been playing that on the train a lot for some reason.
Hey,
It's like
nice.
caught my attention. I've been bringing my Switch with me because I've
See,
been
there you
playing.
go. There you
I've
go.
been, I've been playing Hyrule Warriors also on the
hmm
train.
Oh man.
Uh,
Yeah, I do have to pick that game up.
you know how I love my hack and slash,
hmm
my Warriors games.
hmm
Uh, I dig it. I made it further in the Switch version than I did on the 3DS version than I did on the Wii U version. I'm like on like level 4 or 5. Well, yeah, like level 4 or 5 right now.
hmm
So I put it down. I put it down. I'm not going to play it for a while and come back to it. But that game like caught my attention while I've been going through everything I've been going through. That game has been there to help me out. Just
Hey.
mindless hack and slash, trying to get through, trying to
Yeah.
get through the story, which makes no sense to me because I've just been skipping all the cutscenes.
Well, that'll do it. That'll do
I've been
it.
skipping all the cutscenes, but
The
a game that's
cutscenes where all the story happens, and you're like, I don't know what's going on right now. Maybe I should watch these cutscenes.
I have no
Nah.
idea. I haven't been leveling up. I haven't been leveling up any of my characters. Only Link.
hmm
uh, a game that is fantastic. I gotta say,
Mm.
Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon.
Fantastic on the Dave scale.
Fantastic on the Dave scale.
Wow, that's the highest praise that you can get. Yeah, we I think we talked about this last week. It is out now. You can play it. You've obviously been playing it. I need to get this game. Yeah.
It is short. I will say
Mhm.
that it is short. It's only
Did you-
5 stages.
Did you beat it already?
I'm at the last boss, or at least I think it's the last boss. I'm at the end of stage 5. So some of the bosses you die a bunch of times. You have to really figure out the pattern. I lost one time to the last boss, or the boss on stage 5. So I just have to go back and figure out its pattern. But yeah, and it's like Castlevania 3 where you have different characters, and each character has like their little quirk that they can do, and you go back to the other levels and you can finish. And like the other, if you go back to the other levels while you have, because every time let me rewind. Every time you beat a stage, you unlock a new character you could play.
Oh.
And you can go back to the old levels, and that character may be able to fly or dash under, something you couldn't do before. And now
Right.
you're playing a whole like secret area of the level you already beaten. So it's pretty awesome. So it does have replay value, but it is short. You can beat it within like an hour.
Oh wow, interesting. But it's good though, right? The controls are good. The sound's good. Yeah.
If you like Castlevania, it's
I
good.
do. All right.
It's good. Also, I've been playing Detroit Become Human. PS4.
Interesting. Interesting. Holds
It
up.
came late. It came
Yeah.
late. I had it. I ordered it on Amazon. It came pretty late, so I got it yesterday. I would say maybe I played about 2.5 hours. It is. It is essentially an upgraded Heavy Rain.
Mm-hmm. An upgraded Heavy
Game.
Rain. Sure. Yeah. I mean, we ended up playing the demo at the Penny Arcade Expo this last April, and we were definitely very positive on it.
The demo that we played is the first level.
Right.
Is the first stage or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I actually, I've been playing, and I've played, and the game is cool because it gives you like 10 to 15 minute like levels, like, and you keep switching back the three main androids. The whole story is about these three main androids, and the issues that they have to go through in this world where androids are taking over jobs, and people like, hey, these androids are taking over jobs, and they're protesting against androids, discrimination against androids. And I'm like, and androids can feel for some reason. It's like, is this an issue with it reminded me of iRobot. Remember iRobot?
I do. The movie with Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of I when I was playing the game. I was like, this reminds me of iRobot, just a better version of iRobot.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have a game for did iRobot even have a game?
No, I don't think so.
About it?
Well, actually, there's a possibility there was like a PS2 game that came out. I don't know.
Maybe we got to look that up when we come back from break.
I doubt it was very good. If we can't even remember that they had a game for it, I doubt it was. I doubt it was very good.
If it did come out, it could be a PS2 hidden gem.
Mm-hmm.
No, I listen. I really like Detroit Become Human. So far, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
It is sort of like a point and click because you have to just scan the area and try to find all the evidence that you can to help you when you get to the main narrative. It'll help you negotiate through or find or come to a conclusion. Right? It'll help you come to a conclusion once you find all the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like it so far. I plan on hopefully I can beat it this week.
Yeah,
and I can talk about it more on the next episode. So
I'm still taking a stand against that game. I'm sorry. Until we get all the facts and until that tree gets shaken out, I'm taking a stand.
Well, you know what?
That's just me.
I can relate to the game somewhat because it does revolve a lot of discrimination, right?
The game itself I think is fantastic, but just like what's going on with the studio and whatnot, like I just want to see how that falls out. Like I really do want to play the game, and I do not fault anybody else, including you, for playing that game by any means. I want to say that I just personally I feel a little uncomfortable at the moment, picking that game up. But if anybody else is thinking about getting that game, like I would highly recommend it. Based on what you've been saying about it so far and the demo that I played, like the game is fantastic. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of pickups in the last 2 weeks. I haven't really talked about. Just sort of like on my travels, I'll go to Toys R Us, GameStop. I've ordered a lot of stuff online that just all came in at once.
Mm-hmm.
And actually went to go. I got a Sega Master System in box. I picked that up from Retro Sniper on Instagram. Thank you. Give a big shout out to that guy. Love buying stuff from him.
Yeah, good dude. Good dude.
His stuff is always in good shape. So he actually had an N64 claim sale yesterday. I didn't even get a chance to look at any of that stuff. I picked up my Hyperkin Duke controller. I love the Duke controller.
Yeah. You know how I feel about it, so I ain't gonna even comment on it right now. I'm gonna let you have that. Have you used it?
I have not used it yet. You know what?
Shows how great it is. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I haven't really played that many games so far. I've played the Switch games because I had them with me, and I played Detroit Become Human because it came in yesterday. But listen, when the next Xbox game I play, I'm going to play with the Hyperkin Duke controller. Okay.
All right, let me know. Let me know how that experience is. Tell me how much you love it or hate it.
We should jump back into the Division. I'll play with my.
Oh my God! Can we play a new game, please? The Division came out like 3 years ago. I need something new.
And we still haven't reached level 30. Come on!
I can't keep. No. I can't keep going into Madison Square Garden and fighting the same damn bosses and going to the roof and doing the same damn mission over and over again. I need some variety.
Well, we said we would do it though. We said we would hit at least level 30. Come on.
When the Division 2 comes out, we'll play that on Xbox.
We never beat the Macy's mission. The Macy's mission.
Yes, we did, like several times. This is how long ago. This is how long ago it's been.
No, that's the Madison Square Garden one. The Macy's one.
Oh my God! No, I know the mission you're talking about.
We lost. We lost. We spent hours at the end trying to beat
regardless of what we did on that mission. Nah, I need to play something new. We got to get something new to jam on. As good as that game is, we need something new.
All right, fine. I found Mario Tennis N64. Found that at a Goodwill.
Ooh, loose, right? Yeah,
loose, of course. Loose.
Not bad. Still, $5 is great, man.
$5 is great.
Considering that game probably cost like $60-$70 when it came out, $5 is all right.
I found a bunch of Lego games. And I took them all. I found a Vita game, Lego Harry Potter. I got Lego Jurassic Park, Lego Marvel Superheroes, Avengers, Batman 3, and Lego the movie, the game, the video game. So I picked that up. Listen, I like the Wii U. I want to get more games for the Wii U. I want to bolster up my Wii U. Right now, I'm up to like 89 games for the Wii U. Right?
Damn, man, that's like almost the whole library.
That is half the library. I think they had almost 200 games.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love the Wii U too, but it just did not do well. You know.
I gotta get my Barbie's Playhouse or whatever the Barbie game was.
There you go.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're gonna say, but listen, Toys R Us is going out of business. Okay, it got it at 60% off. I picked up WWE 2K18 for the Switch. A bad game. Yes, I know it's a bad game. It has so many problems.
Look, just because you get a good deal in it doesn't mean it's worth picking up. All right, that's all I'm saying. A little bit of discretion goes a long way.
Listen, you just don't play more than a single match.
Just don't play the game. Period. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. Yeah, don't do anything in that game. Do not open that game. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not do a match of Stone Cold Steve Austin versus like Triple H in a cage match. Don't do any of that.
Just do a single match and you'll be okay.
One single match and then you can go ahead and put it down.
Just do a single match. So, you don't find many Dreamcast games in a while, but I found a Max Steel Covert Mission for Dreamcast.
Interesting.
Never heard of it. Yeah. But you know what? $2. I picked it up.
Yeah, first person, third person shooter, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Also picked up NES cleaning kit and like brand new. Like it looked brand new, looked untouched. No one touched it. So I got that. Picked that up. And lastly, I picked up Street Fighter Anthology for the PS2.
Oh, right. Not the new one that's coming out or is out.
No, it's coming out. The anniversary edition,
right?
30th anniversary edition is coming out on Tuesday.
That's
so. I actually did pre-order that for Xbox.
Oh, hey, you're gonna have something to play on Xbox. There you go.
All right. Well, listen.
You can use your Duke controller.
I can use my Duke controller,
and we can play that game head to head. Boom. There it is. That's the game.
You would need to buy the game too.
That is not a problem. I will pre-order that game.
I will say this. All jokes aside, I play my Switch because it's on the go, and I like to dock it and play it, on a TV. I buy all the ports for the Switch and all the Nintendo first-party games. Sony has a bunch of exclusives that keep me like invested in the PlayStation ecosystem, right? Like I play God of War, Detroit Become Human, Persona 5, Uncharted. We keep getting these great single player games for the PS4. I want this for my Xbox. Like I want to have a great exclusive game for my Xbox. And we had them when it first came out, right? We had Sunset Overdrive, we had Quantum Break, we had Halo.
Oh, Quantum Break was a late game, but yeah, we had that.
Yeah.
Sure. Halo was great. Gears of War, great.
Yeah, but the last year or two, we just haven't had anything. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact of the TV integration, and I'm not even trying to be funny. If it wasn't for the TV integration, I probably wouldn't even turn my Xbox on. Like, you know, just because I like the voice activation of telling Cortana what to do, like, you know, turn the channel for me and stuff, and going to YouTube, because it's just easier to switch between, you know, YouTube and going back to the regular TV. I wouldn't even turn my Xbox on. I buy games that like random games that Street Fighter Anniversary Edition. Listen, I have all of those.
Because you want to get use out of your Xbox, yeah.
I have all of those Street Fighter games, right? But I want the Anniversary Edition, so I play it on my Xbox. You know why? Because I already have Street Fighter 5 for the PS4. And I already have the Street Fighter Final Challenges for the Switch. So
there you go. Yeah, you know? I mean, you were 100% right. This was completely different last generation, when all the games that were exclusive to PS3, like Tekken and Metal Gear and like tons of other games, are like, in Final Fantasy, like, now we're gonna have games on the 360, you know, and it was like, ooh, that does not look good for PlayStation, right? And now it's like completely different, right? Now there's like, you know, the in-house God of Wars. Detroit Become Human, and the new Spider-Man game coming out. Like, you ain't gonna get that anywhere else, you know. Not even on like PC, right? Like some of those Xbox games, like Sea of Thieves, I think, right, is also on PC, right?
Yeah, that's on PC.
So
I
it's
think
not
cross-play too.
Yeah, so it's not completely exclusive. It's console exclusive, sure, but it's not completely exclusive. Where like the Sony games, like you can only play them on PS4, so they have that going for them right now. Like, Microsoft really needs to step up this E3 and be like, look at all this great stuff we have coming, you know. Crackdown 3 is coming out tomorrow, and everyone would go nuts, you know.
Yeah, you know, I always wanted to have Super Lucky Tales 2. You know, looking forward to that.
Look, this is not about throwing shade. This is about hoping for a better tomorrow for Xbox.
I'm Scalebound. Come on. Like, I want to play the Dragon. Let's go.
Bring it back.
All right, let's talk about games that are coming out next month that I think you should buy, or at least that we're interested in. Let's start at the beginning of June 5th. You can pick up Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle for the Switch, PS4, and PC.
Right. No Xbox version, which is interesting.
No Xbox version.
I know some of the Blaze Blue titles were on 360. I want to say some of them were on Xbox One, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think so.
Really? Nothing for the Xbox One? Huh.
But I did play I played the demo for Blaze Blue on the Switch. So I think I may skip the Switch version, but pick up the PS4 version. I like having my fighting games on my PS4. I like using.
Well, the controller is infinitely better for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like having my DualShock for fighting games.
Did it look good? That's what I want to know. Did it look good on the Switch?
No, it looked good on the Switch. It looked pretty good on the Switch. It was hard as balls playing it on the Switch. I played it in handheld mode.
I bet.
I was like, oh my god, I gotta play this on PS4. The most anticipated game of June coming out also the same day, June 5th. I think this may be a contender for Game of the Year. I'm gonna call it out right now.
Oh boy,
Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn.
Now, the fans all know that is not true if they listen to our PAX 2018 roundup, because we were kind of in that game, all right?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good.
We'll get your voice going all high, trying to reel back a little bit. No. The game was solid. The game was all right. It was okay. You know, I mean, it was playable. You know.
He got some new rap songs in the game.
Get out of here. Yeah, because that's what everybody wants to hear. The new hot single from Shaq.
Listen, you can hate all you want, but I think all his albums went platinum.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying. Oh, Shaq Diesel. I
think all his albums. They went at least gold.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Gold. Maybe his first album. Maybe.
Well, they went. Well.
Look. I think the takeaway here. I think the takeaway here is that Shaquille O'Neal put out 3 rap albums. All right, 3. I bet people didn't even realize he had a rap career, let alone 3 rap albums.
People know he had a rap career. All his albums went at least gold. I think platinum, but I'm going to say gold to be safe side. So they did sell somewhat.
I don't know about that.
But the interesting thing is, it's coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and the Switch. I think I'm going to get it for the Switch.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get it for the Switch. Also coming out for the Switch 2 days later on June 7th, Flashback Remastered Edition.
is which version of Flashback is this? Because they did a reboot of Flashback for the 360, and then there's the original Flashback.
I think this is the original.
The original Flashback. That is a game to get. It's a great puzzle action game.
What?
What?
Really? I totally disagree. I have that game, and I
Flashback
played it
is
on
great,
my
man.
I played it on my Superboy. Flashback was pretty.
Not for you. It's not your kind of game, I guess. I don't know, but I thought it was
awful.
Awful?
I think it was awful. Yeah.
Oof. Dan Robinson with the harsh criticism.
Not even okay. Not even
with the harsh criticism.
Awful.
I see. But Shaq Fu is good now. I see.
The original Shaq Fu was better than the original Flashback.
Oh my God! All right. Now you're just being silly.
And I had Flashback for the Sega CD too, growing up.
Oh right. The supremely better version, right? Because they had more color depth. But...
Still awful. I thought it was awful as a kid too. By the way, that was the game that collected dust.
Oh boy! All right.
A game that was okay. I thought it was better than people gave it credit for. It was a launch title for the Switch. Now it's coming to other platforms. Super Bomberman R, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Oh yeah,
June 12th.
No, unless they fundamentally fix the multiplayer gameplay, you can hard pass on this one. I think.
Well, it's coming out with all the DLC stuff. It's coming.
But
definitive edition.
I don't know. I mean, I love Bomberman. I am awful at it. I'll have to say that too. But I love playing Bomberman. This version just didn't do it. I don't know.
I liked it. I want to go back to it. I thought the story was pretty silly. The boss battles, the further you got on, the boss battles got a little tougher. I didn't get a chance to figure it out because I was going back and forth between that.
Oh sure,
Zelda. I was going back between that, Zelda, and Mario Kart. This time last year. Speaking of the Switch, you want your Switch exclusive for the month of June? Mario Tennis Aces, June 22nd.
Nice. That is shaping up to be fantastic.
I downloaded the demo and it's offline. I don't know, the servers are offline. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, it's probably the beta stress test or whatever, like they were doing with Splatoon. Maybe I think.
I don't know if I missed it, but people were saying last week when they downloaded it that they couldn't get into anything. They couldn't get into a match. They couldn't even get into a single the single player match to play against the AI. They couldn't do anything. Servers were down. So I haven't kept up with it to see when the servers are going back up when you actually could play.
Right.
I'll try it. Matter of fact, I think I'll try it after we're done recording. If I can't get into a match, I'm just going to delete it. I'll buy the game when it comes out next month.
Sure.
A game that I didn't even know that was coming out. I didn't even know this was a thing. I saw no advertisement for it. Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. Coming out for PS4 and Xbox One June 26th.
Interesting. So this is not a remaster?
I have no idea what this game is. It's the Classic Edition. I'm guessing it's coming with all the DLC.
Yeah, I guess it just may be the OG one with all the DLC. Yeah, that makes sense. Far Cry 3, pretty damn solid. That's kind of when they got their stride. They got the villain down in that game. Game world was great. Missions were great. Definitely a good game to bring it to the current consoles for sure.
Yeah, didn't even, I saw no advertisement for this. I didn't even know this was a thing coming out.
Yeah.
So, another game. I'm not excited for it, but I know a lot of people are excited for it. If you're a big RPG fan, Ease 8, or as I said as a kid, Wise.
Same, because that's what it is. It's YS, capital Y, lowercase s, Wise. No, it's Ease.
I don't know where to get that pronunciation. I don't know what language they're speaking. Ease 8 coming out for the Switch June 26th.
Well, I mean, it used to be. It was a very old school. It is an old school anime, which was turned into a video game, and as far back as the Super Nintendo and the Sega CD, they've had Ys games, and they're still making them. They're still making them.
Very popular, but I'm not a big RPG fan. But you know what? Hey, that's your. And I'm surprised you're not more excited for this because you're a big RPG guy.
I am a big RPG. The thing of it is, you get an RPG, you have to dedicate some time to it. Otherwise, you're not going to play it, right? So if you buy it, you can't just be like, I'm going to casually play this for an hour here and there. No, because you're not going to get anywhere in that game, right? if you buy Persona 5 and you put like 2 hours into it, nah, don't even bother picking that game up because you're not going to get anywhere, right? So I know the Ys games are a bit of a time sink, so like that kind of goes into it too, picking up something like Blaze Blue is like a no-brainer because it's like, oh, it's a fighting game. I can play it for a little bit at a time, and it's, it's fine. And I'm getting value out of it. So, you have to be careful with those RPG purchases. Gotcha. I'll say that.
The best game to come out last summer is now
God.
coming to all platforms.
Oh my God!
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy.
So it was just a Switch, timed exclusive, PC, not a PS4 One, exclusive.
June 26th.
Yeah, it's great. It'll probably do well. Whoop-de-doo. It's not my game. I don't know what people see in it.
It's when you talk. It's the best game that came out in the summer.
That's fine. You can go ahead and play the best selling game in Europe. Yes, for like a month. Yes.
You're just like for like a month. 4, 5, 6 weeks
whatever.
straight.
I don't
really?
know. Look, people like what they want to like. All right. Doesn't mean that it's good. All right.
Doesn't mean that it's good. It's good. Listen, it's good.
No,
it's good.
No, it's trash, man. I don't know what people see in those games.
Oh, it's that blasphemous. It is.
It's
good.
You know what they did? They basically took a pile of trash. They basically took a pile of trash, put a new coat of paint on top, and said, "Here is your trash. Have fun." And everyone's like, "Ooh, it's great." No, it's not.
You're a hater. You know what? I think you secretly are gonna buy this on the Switch and secretly.
You hate RPGs. You were a hater of a whole entire genre before you even like bother playing any of the games. So get out of here. That's discriminatory. I don't like these games because they are bad. I am judging these games by the content of their levels.
That is not 100% accurate.
It's like 95% accurate. It's a 5% margin of error.
It's not 100% accurate. All right. Listen, all right. All right. It's official. You have bad taste in games. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Coming out June 29th, The Crew 2. PC,
oh boy.
PS4 and Xbox One. People loved Crew 1.
Did they?
Yeah, people raved about Crew 1. I heard about it. A bunch of, I bought it. I haven't played it yet.
I didn't think it sold that well.
I have it on my Xbox One. Interesting. But the Crew 2 coming out now. I think on the Crew 2 you can not just driving. It's like you can go through like boat races and stuff or something like that. I got to pick this up. I heard a bunch about the Crew 2 like months ago, and I was like, maybe I'll pick it up when it comes out. And lastly, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, coming to the Switch June 29th.
Very nice. Finally, this game is coming out.
The question is, will you pick it up?
No, I have it for the PC. I'm good.
Yeah, I have it for the PS4. I was thinking, should I pick it up? I still haven't beaten. I haven't gone back to it.
Look, this is like Dan Robinson trying to convince himself, like, I don't really need to buy this game. I'm gonna go ahead and save some money, and then a month down the line, you're gonna be like, I picked up Wolfenstein 2. And granted, you will probably get it at a discount, which I will give you. Save money where you can, but you haven't even gone through the whole entire version on PS4. You haven't gone through the campaign of the PS4. You're gonna pick up for the Switch. You're gonna play it for 5 minutes, and you're gonna go ahead and put that game down.
I'm gonna say
I could be wrong.
I'm going to say you're 100% wrong.
Oh, 100% wrong.
I'm going to pay full price for the game when it comes out because I'm probably going to pick it up in June.
All right.
Pick it up, and I'm probably going to beat it in June. That's I know myself. I'm probably I bought Doom. I already have Doom for the Xbox. And I bought Doom for the Switch. Just because I want to show Bethesda, I want you to keep putting out games on the Switch. I want you to support the Switch. I'm going to support it.
All right, that I can get behind.
I still haven't bought Evil Within 2. I'm sorry, I don't like spooky games. You don't have to you don't have to do a port of that. Please don't. So let's take a break, and we'll come back. We'll get into the top 10 gaming news of last week.
And in the grand tradition, we have done it with the NES. We have done it with the SNES. We will now be doing it for the N64, hot off the heels of rumors that there is an N64 Mini coming out. We will go through the top 7 games we would like to see on the N64 Mini.
And we're back. All right, let's get into the top 10 gaming news of last week. So, Best Buy ended their Gamers Club Unlock program.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the funny thing was, I was literally just about to buy it.
Thought you had a membership already, no?
No, I was gonna buy it. I every time I put it's literally, if I go to bestbuy.com,
It's in your cart. Yeah.
It's in my cart. I keep forgetting to buy it. It's $30 for the year. And you get 20% off all pre-orders on games. It was going to be like my backup if I didn't get the pre-order on Amazon. But now it's ending. They are not taking any new club members.
Well,
they will honor people who have subscriptions already.
Right. This isn't the first time that they've revised this plan by any means. It started off at $100 for 2 years, then it was $30 for 2 years, which is a great value. And now it's basically done. But you're saying anybody who still has the plan will be
if you
will
still
be
have
honored.
the plan, they will honor it. You will not be able to once your plan expires, you will not be able to re-up, and they're not taking any new club members now.
Right. And then no word on like them bringing the plan back or revising the plan in a way.
No, it's probably just not a viable option. Like it's probably costing them money for some. I don't know. It's just not profitable for them to do it.
Right.
I mean, that's the only reason why they would kill it off. It's bad. It's bad for gamers, right? Because now Amazon's the only game in town that gives 20% off when you pre-order a game.
That's
and
true.
What happens when they're not taking any more pre-orders? You don't have another place to go to that'll give you the same thing. GameStop gives you points. But if you're someone who doesn't care about those points and you just want the money off directly, then that's not going to be GameStop. And God knows how long GameStop is going to be around. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we definitely bring them up every now and again. They are in the news quite often. So,
just switch CEOs.
I know.
But I mean, I think Target should be next to do something. If I was
like
Target,
a discount
I
gamer
would
program or something.
I would have a program where, you could pre-order games from Target and get 20% off.
Well, right. I mean, like, I think the name of the game is like, what is the incentive of buying it at this place over this place, right? And now really the only incentive to buy it at Best Buy is convenience, right? If you have a Best Buy that's like right next door and you have a car, like, there you go. You can just go to the store, pick it up, go home and have it in like 10 minutes, right? But, for people like us, Best Buy's not that close by, right? We have to travel possibly to another borough or at least 10, 15 minutes by train to get there, right? They may not even be open. Like the convenience of Amazon, I can technically order a game and have it in like a day or two, right? Well, it's great.
But the issue with Amazon is, like a lot of pre-orders, they sell out. It was too late to pre-order the Spider-Man, collector's edition. It's sold out.
But that happens everywhere, though, right? I mean, you go to like GameStop, they're going to be sold out too, right?
No, GameStop still has it. I don't want to buy it from GameStop's website because they were hacked like 6 months ago during the holidays, right?
Yeah, I mean their website is also hot garbage. There is also that they need to really revamp their website. I'll tell you that.
But This is just a bad thing for gamers. But like again, we don't know how long Best Buy is going to be around, right? So it probably just wasn't a viable option. They probably saw no benefit from it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they worked out the numbers and said we can't keep doing
thing. Even Best Buy is not convenient. Like I don't care if it is across the street. I would still go to GameStop because I get my points from GameStop. Because I'm a collector and I always buy used games.
Well, that's more of like. It's a better incentive to go to GameStop for you. Sure.
Yes. Sure. I have no incentive to buy it from Best Buy now.
Right. There is no
with the exception of if it's sold out everywhere else, maybe I can pick it up at Best Buy. That is pretty much the only incentive to buy from Best Buy, from my standpoint. So, do you ever play any of the Yakuza games?
Sadly, no. Sadly, no. They look fantastic. They're basically Japanese Grand Theft Auto in my eyes.
That's essentially what they are.
Yeah, you can kind of run around and do whatever you want in those games.
I have all of the Yakuza games with the exception of Yakuza 6 that just came out, Yakuza 0, I think it came out last year, and Yakuza 5, which was digital only for the PS3. So they are now coming out with remasters for the PS4. They're remastering Yakuza 3, 4, and 5. So this is something that I definitely want to pick up because, again, well, at least Yakuza 5. Maybe not 2, maybe not 3 and 4, but I'm definitely picking up 5 if anything, because I don't have a physical version for 5.
Right. Oh, I guess they're going to all be sold separately then, and not in like a pack together.
No, well, by all accounts, it's going to be sold separately. So they're going to be remastered for the PS4 in full HD.
Right,
and,
right.
Crisp
So
60 frames per second.
Right, 60 frames a second, 1080p. You know, same textures and polygons and all that, but just kind of up-resed a little bit. So.
Well, it looks like the first of the 3 Yakuza 3 will be out in August 8th in Japan. No Western release, but I don't even care if it's in Japanese. I'll buy Yakuza 5 if they don't bring it out to the West.
No. It's got a there's a whole story going on with tons of dialogue. I gotta know what's going on.
I have all the. I'm gonna get 0. I'm gonna get 6. Like that's like. Just waiting for the prices to go down on those. Right. Wasn't the biggest Yakuza fan. I did play Yakuza 2 on a PS2, and I did play 4 on the PS3. Wasn't the biggest Yakuza fan. I mean, I even played Sleeping Dogs, which I know is sort of like a Yakuza clone.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I like those games. I like Grand Theft Auto. It's just that what happens when you get into one of those open world games, you get lost in doing all the side missions. I pretty much spent hours just doing side missions and beating people up on the street and driving a bus around. So I never actually beat the game. That's the problem with open world games. I tell you. Same thing with Grand Theft Auto. I've never beaten a Grand Theft Auto game because it was just so open. I want to do everything else and not do the main story.
Right. I beat 1, and that was the Grand Theft Auto 5. That was the first and only Grand Theft Auto game I've beaten. I've come close in a lot of them. I got to the end of 3, and I was a couple missions away. I guess I just couldn't do it for whatever reason. And 4, maybe about halfway through 4, Vice City and San Andreas. I don't know, somewhere in the middle maybe. So yeah, I mean there is a lot to do, and you will easily get sidetracked. All right, that's the whole point. You're like, here's this thing, you can do karaoke, you can go bowling, you can whatever, you can go on a date, you can beat someone up in an alley. They're just like a million different things to do.
All right, let's get into our lead story. So John Cordera, PlayStation boss, was speaking to investors, and how I love when we get news from investor meetings, investor phone calls. You know how I love that. I love those because we get so much from it, and it's not for us, and then we make a big deal out of it for no reason. Right? Because it's for investors. It's not for us.
You're being sarcastic now. I see. We do get some stuff out of it. I would argue that.
So last week, all we heard was doom and gloom for the PS4, right? Because he sort of mentioned it's the beginning of the end, right? We're at its final stages of the PS4 era, and it's been 4 years, 5 years so far, 5 years. This holiday season, it came out
this
holiday
of
of 2013.
Mark, yeah.
And he was talking. Now, of course, we were in our final. We got spoiled with the last generation. We had the last generation for 8 years. Right?
Yeah, it was 2005 to 2013 for Xbox, and then 2006
for 2000. Yeah. So that was sort of like an anomaly. Like that doesn't happen. They usually turn around between 4 to 6 years. Correct. So we're about that time. He didn't give any details of the PS5. Right? He didn't give any specs or anything like that. He just said that it's coming to an end. The PS4 is coming to an end, and they do know when the next PlayStation system comes out that PlayStation 4 system, will sell less. Duh, like that's how it always is. And everyone's making a big deal of this. Listen, we're not going to get anything at E3 at the PS5. Okay, they still have games coming out for the PS5. He even said they still have software coming out for the PS4. I mean, sorry,
sure.
PS4, not PS4.
Sure,
not
I mean
PS5.
Sony at least under Kaz Hirai, who was around for PS1, PS2, and I think maybe a little bit of the PS3 era. He was very much committed to the 10-year life cycle of the PlayStation and the PS2. PS2 lasted like 14 years of them making games consistently, which is insane. The PlayStation 1 was making games up until 2004. You could get Madden games and Tony Hawk games and whatever else, like up until that time. Like people were making games for the system and people were buying them, So it wouldn't be surprising to me that the PS4 still has some life left in it, even though the Vita's dead and all that, but that's a whole separate story. But
listen, the Wii U died last year, right?
Yeah.
Right? The Wii U died with the birth of the Switch. As a matter of fact, the Wii U died before the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And we still get Just Dance games for the Wii U. We still get Just Dance games for the Wii.
Yeah.
Who's buying a Wii? No one's buying a Wii. I don't even know where you can buy a Wii.
You can buy it at GameStop for well more than it's worth. I'll tell you that.
Everyone's predicting doom and gloom. Listen, new consoles are coming 2020. Book it. I said it. It's coming 2020. Okay, We're going to hear about it in the beginning or late 2019, and they're going to come out in they're going to come out. I think they're going to follow the model of the Switch. I think they're going to, at least Sony. I think they'll come out in March of 2020.
March of 2020, huh? They're gonna eschew the holiday season. Oh boy. That is a bold prediction.
I think that I called it. What's episode 119?
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say that you're wrong. I will say it's a bold prediction.
Xbox will come out during the holiday season. Sony will want to have 6 months head start and come out in March. They're going to come out in that final quarter. They're going to come out in March 2020. 2020. I said it. I called it. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Book it. All right, so let's move on. Battlefield. We had a Battlefield 5 reveal. It is called Battlefield 5. It really is. The V stands for
not
5.
Battlefield 2, because we've already had a Battlefield 2.
And that Battlefield reveal or victory, it is 5. It actually does stand for 5.
Uh-huh.
The biggest thing I got out of the whole showcase is they made emphasis on there is a single player campaign.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, they are doing the right move. Where Call of Duty is saying nobody plays single player anymore. Everybody loves these battle royale style modes. We're gonna divert all of our programming and funds and whatever to make this new thing. Everything's gonna be multiplayer, And I'm like, okay, good on you. Battlefield 5 is saying no. We are definitely gonna have single player.
Well, listen, my tradition is gone. For this be the first year I don't buy a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
And beat the campaign. So I'm gonna have to start a new tradition. I will buy day one Battlefield 5. I will buy it.
Yeah. So I mean, speaking of like the whole kind of battle royale last man standing thing, they did confirm that during one of their battle modes, the last round is going to be a last man standing, a battle royale style thing where there's limited amount of, items and ammo and whatever else. And you have to be, the last man standing. So they're actually still going to have that in this game and have a single player campaign and have all the other multiplayer modes on top of that. So I don't know.
And the single player campaign will be the same as Battlefield 1. I almost said Battlefront. Say that 10 times fast, right?
Yeah.
Where it's sort of like chopped up into different stories, right? And they're gonna sort of they're not gonna do the normal World War II battles that we hear about in movies.
Right. You're not gonna storm Normandy for the 100th time, which thank God. I mean, switch it up.
They're taking little less known battles from World War II. So that's cool. Everyone's up in arms over one of the protagonists. She has sort of like a robotic arm, right?
Right.
For the time, I would say it's not like futuristic like Cable or anything like that. Listen, it's a video game, okay? I'm suspending my belief. It's not totally real. Okay,
right.
I don't know why everyone's so mad over this.
I mean, there's that.
It's not like she has robotic fingers. Right.
Right. I think people are also mad that there's a female protagonist in the game because women didn't have a role in World War II. Like that's like crazy. Like obviously they had a part in it, and DICE can do whatever they want when they're kind of building out these single player stories.
I think it's pretty cool. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't really care. Listen, it's a video game, right? I mean, there are zombies. They have a zombie mode in Call of Duty.
Right.
Like,
And
really,
nobody cares about that.
zombies aren't
everyone
real.
loves
I'm
it.
sorry. Spoilers. Zombies are not real.
Mhm.
Okay. So just everyone relax. I'm gonna play it. I'm now super hyped for Battlefield 5. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
man. Like all that matters is the story good, right? Does it make sense? Is it good? Is it fun to play? Right? And I don't know. We think it will be. We think it's going to be a good time.
And after this next game, I want to be double jumping in space. I'm just saying. Battlefield 6. Double jump space. Thank you.
You want that? You want that? You want that near future? I know.
That's all I want. Thank you. That's all. I just want to be like,
That's what I thought
Double jumping
Battlefield
in
5
space.
was going to be.
That's
I thought Battlefield 5 was going to be near future, but
No, I knew they would stick. I mean, look, they went from World War One to World War Two. There is no World War Three. Maybe they'll make that up. an alternate.
Well, then
past.
there's then like there you go. There's your near future. Then you will get the double jumps. Then you will get all the crazy cybernetic powers and whatnot, and the superpower armor and all that.
Listen, how about this? How about we combine them? How about the timelines get mixed up, and we have the weapons in World War II, and they come together in space, and you're like double jumping with like one of those old school guns. How about that?
Maybe hit him up. Send him a letter.
Battlefield 6. I'm just saying.
Send
I'm
him a
just
letter.
throwing out ideas, seeing what sticks to the wall, man. That's all. That's all I'm saying. All right. We talked about exclusives earlier. About Xbox lack of exclusives. Sunset Overdrive, fantastic game, was an exclusive for console exclusive. If you haven't played that game is like $5, I'm sure, somewhere. Get that game, play that game. Love
Sunset
that
Overdrive, yeah, sleeper hit. Very good, just fun. Pick up and run around and shoot weird mutated zombies.
It is now. Well, some of the rumors suggest that this is now coming to PC. So it's not an Xbox exclusive. It'll be a console exclusive on Xbox One, but you can also play on PC. If this is true, well, you know what? Listen, it's a good game. I think, if they did make a Sunset Overdrive 2, it would be multi-platform. I don't think it would be Xbox exclusive. But this is more so for Games Pass, right? Because I think Sunset Overdrive is on Games Pass, and if you put it on PC, you could do crossplay.
Which would be awesome. Which I think is maybe them just kind of testing the water with it. It's a game that's been out for a little while. It is a solid game. Because a lot of people were probably like thinking like, why Sunset Overdrive?
Yeah, but I mean, again, this is all rumors, so it's just basically an application translated in Korea.
Right. It came up on their Korean games rating board, so who knows?
But listen, if this is true, I think this could be a pretty good get, right? Like it could breathe life into Sunset Overdrive because it didn't really sell that well, and maybe we can push to get a Sunset Overdrive 2 because I would buy it. I had fun with the game.
It was great. Yeah, it was solid.
All right, let's talk about Smash Brothers. So when we first heard about Smash Brothers, I was like, this is a port. Right, and you were ballistic. You were like, if this is a port, I am done. Right? You were like,
yeah, man. I'm sorry.
I'm throwing my Switch in the ocean.
Well, I didn't say all that, but yeah, no, it did a port. Like, come on, they know everyone is still gonna buy it, right? But it's just like, come on, seriously, you don't have any new ideas to put a 5 on the end of that and call it Super Smash 5? I mean, yeah. So
Super Smash Switch.
We now know, yes, we now know that it is a new Super Smash Brothers game.
Well, the new rumor is, I mean, we don't know for a fact. We won't know for another 2 weeks, but
hopefully,
by all accounts, the Nintendo Switch version of Super Smash Brothers is a sequel, so it would be the 5th version. None of this, Super Smash 4. The Wii U, right? That was get the pun. 4. They put 4 Wii U. Stupid. Anyway, also rumored, Ice Climbers coming back, Ridley, playable character, and Simon Belmont as a participant. I think this is awesome. Okay, I know you want like everybody we've ever had in Smash to be. You want this to be the biggest Smash Brothers ever.
Well,
right?
that's what this article is also saying, and I'm assuming they're referring to Smash 4. Everyone in Smash 4 is going to return plus new characters, right?
Yes.
I mean, like I think that's what everybody wants.
Well, the rumor is everybody from Smash 4. It would be sort of a port because they're going to use assets from the Smash 4. Right, and we'll have new characters, new move sets to make it in more stages to make it feel like a new.
Oh, they're gonna up the graphics. I think they have.
Yeah, well, obviously,
yeah.
that's
yeah.
Without said.
Right.
However, I mean, I want new characters. I don't want every character we ever had. I know you're mad they don't. Solid Snake hasn't been. There are no rumors about having Solid Snake in Smash 5.
Well, I mean, if
I'm okay with that.
Okay. If they have talks with Konami to get Simon Belmont, why not also bring back fan favorite Solid Snake? Because everybody wanted him to be in 4, but I guess they couldn't get the licensing agreements to work out. So instead, we got like Pac-Man and Mega Man, which was like, and Sonic came back and all that. So it was like, all right, that's really cool.
Look,
I'll take that.
He is not a staple in a Smash franchise. Okay, he is.
Is Pac-Man a staple?
I am okay with him not being in every Smash game. He doesn't need to be in every Smash game. He was something special for the Wii, the Smash Brothers Wii, right? And for Brawl, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I'm okay with it. I want something different. I want something. You always say you want new IP.
I'm with you. No. I'm with you on the new characters, but they can do both. Bring back all the old favorites and 6 to 10 new characters, and boom, there you go. Everyone's happy.
Well, listen, they have every game has a budget. And I'm sure they have a budget to get characters from. I'm sure I would be shocked if the rabbits aren't in this game, right? Like,
the rabbits have to be in this game. Yeah.
The rabbits have to be in the game, right? So they're licensing out, getting licensing for different characters. I'm sure they were like, hey, do we want to use Solid Snake again? Because we can only pick one. We only have budget for one more. Let's get Simon Belmont. Let's do something new, different. I want to play as Simon Belmont for.
I hear you. You know what else they could do too, which they should do, and they probably are going to do, is look internally and get some of their own IP. Bring in some of the champions from the latest Zelda game. Bring in some characters from Mario Odyssey. Maybe make Mario have have an alternate version with Cappy and Cappy's moves, right?
Well, I think Mario has to be Cappy Mario,
mm-hmm.
not the original Mario. Like this area look like we have, Breath of the Wild Link,
mm-hmm.
right? It sort of, from what they've shown, it looked like it, and it needs to be. I would say we need Cappy Mario.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's going to be a replacement for regular Mario, or they're going to have both?
No regular Mario.
Oh.
There is no regular Mario. He is Cappy.
Oh, you're rocking the boat right now. Smash fans would not be happy if they don't have their main.
They would be happy. I think they would be happy.
No way. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
The guy, if you took Ryu out of Street Fighter, everyone would revolt. Ryu's been in every Street Fighter.
Taking Mario out of the game, it's just a newer version of Mario.
Yeah, but it's different though, and it's different enough.
He's gonna have the same move sets and plus more. He'll have more move sets with Cap.
I don't know.
Yes,
it's like you're taking Ryu. No, it's like you're taking Ryu out of Street Fighter. Come on, you can't do that. You can't do that.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. No,
it is.
I call you out on that. I am not taking. I didn't say take Mario out of Super Smash Bros.
He is different. He is different enough for it to be a new character. For people need to relearn new strategies to play.
I will put a Shake Shack bet on that. It will be Cappy Mario. It won't. Well, at least they won't have two versions of Mario. I put a Shake Shack bet on that.
I don't know.
100%.
100%.
Come on, put your money.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
I think that. Listen,
we'll see.
Mario.
I agree with you. I agree with you. They're going to have updated versions of them, but I think they're going to have the two side by side.
No,
they'll have old school Mario. I mean, they already have Toon Link and regular Link. So they already have precedent for that.
I was just about to say.
They do.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say Mario is not different like Toon Link, which is totally different art style than
the art style is one thing. I'm talking about gameplay. Like the look of Mario is one thing. The I'm just talking about the movesets.
The gameplay of Mario is the same. It's the same Mario. It's not like 2D Mario, 3D Mario. If you want to do that, then that's different.
No, but in like the Smash world, he's gonna have all the moves from Odyssey, right? And not some of his more traditional moves, right?
They're gonna upgrade Mario. They're not changing him. They'll put Cappy, and he'll have additional moves that will be sort of from the Odyssey world on top of the moves that he's already had.
We'll see. Well, no, they're gonna have to remove some because there's only like each like character can only have so many moves.
They'll upgrade them.
We shall see.
I'm passionate about that. I will put.
I know.
I am 100%. I'll put a Shake Shack bet on that one, buddy.
Okay.
So we'll do that. All right. So we all know Smash Bros. Is coming out. I still say, like everyone else, I mean, this one, I think this is a no-brainer. Smash is going to come out with the online, right? Nintendo Online in September.
Yeah, of course.
It makes sense. And I wouldn't put it past them having Solid Snake sort of as a DLC character down the line. You know? If you subscribe to Nintendo Online, you can get Solid Snake if you're playing Smash Brothers, right? Next year, 6 months from now.
Well, I mean, yeah. There is definitely DLC coming. He would be ripe for DLC for sure. For sure. If they have the partnership with Konami, if they put Simon in there as the new character and then Snake as the DLC, that's not a bad idea on Nintendo's part.
So we always speculated about having like a different type of Switch. Like, what was your ridiculous
The light
name?
switch. The light switch. It's the best name. The light switch. Come on. Come on. The light switch. We're gonna get a Switch XL or whatever, which is gonna be fine. The light switch is where it's at.
We're gonna get a Super Switch.
Yeah, okay. The Super Switch. That's right.
We're gonna get a Super Switch. And you can get here's the SKUs. You can get a Super Switch 4K. You can get a regular Switch. You can get the light switch.
You get the light switch. That's right. Come on. It's going to be the most expensive light switch ever. All right, and people are going to buy it. It's going to be insane.
You can't take the Joy-Cons off.
No, yeah, right. Everything's everything's just built in.
Everything's going to be built in. Well, we did get a different Switch SKU in Japan. They are now selling in Japan a cheaper Switch with no dock and no power cable.
So this is like straight up mobile, right? Straight up on the go, portable version. Yep.
There were no talks about putting it out in the West, but we think, I mean, come on, I can see them doing this in the West. However, I'm a little pissed off at the price. This is only $45 cheaper. Mind you, the power switch costs $30. The dock costs $70. This, and you're not putting this in the bundle, so this should be $100 cheaper.
I mean, right? Theoretically, yeah, but then you have to understand, like every time they put out like a new dock, it has to have the packaging. They have to run it through and build the cardboard. There's all the material costs and whatnot, which isn't like a lot of money, but it's still a little bit, and it's a separate thing. It takes up some space, you know. I do definitely hear what you're saying. It should be more than $50 off. But I mean, at least
$50. It's $45.
$45 off. Yeah.
The value of what they're taking away, they're taking less than 50% off the price. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
All right.
If I was in Japan, I would say I'm actually saving money if I just get the regular with the dock.
I mean, technically, if you bought all those separately, yes. If you want to look at it that way. Let me ask you this though: if you say you didn't have a 3DS, didn't have any portable systems, right? And you just wanted to you didn't have the Switch, you didn't have anything. You just wanted to get the Switch. Would you get the cheaper version, or would you get the one with the dock and all that?
I would get the one with the dock.
You get the one with the dock and all that. See,
yeah. Because I would look and I'd be like, wait. Hold up. So this is $45 more, but I can get that by itself for $70 and the wire for $30. I might as well just get this.
So you're more about the value. And you also play it in dock mode too. See, my thing is like I am like 95%, now almost 99% playing in portable mode. Even when I'm home, I'll still play in portable mode. So for me, like knowing what I know now and how I end up playing, I maybe would have considered getting the version without the dock and saving myself $45.
I disagree. I think because you're a collector, because of the nature of what we do, you would have got the
Well,
one.
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. You're bringing other stuff into it, and by that point, you're right. But then I might as well get both versions, right? I might as well have the version with the dock and without the dock for completeness sake, because you got to get everything.
Did you pick up both Labos? Both Labo kits?
The Labo stuff's not for me, but sure. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, and honestly, if I bought Labo, I'm just being honest. I don't have any kids. I do have god kids. I don't have any actual kids yet. Mm-hmm. I would be buying it just to sit in the box because I would not be tinkering with it at all.
Yeah.
I would buy it literally just because I'm a collector and I want to have it.
Kids. I'm surprised you don't have any of it yet.
Yeah, because I don't have it. Listen, I don't have the room for the stuff I already have, let alone something that's just gonna sit in a box.
Yeah.
At least the games that I do have, I can play it. Like I would play it at least once, even for 5 minutes. Right, I would crack it open. Right.
There you go. Then you're like, I can have this on my shelf, even if I never play it again.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. But I do plan on. There would be some way where I would be like, all right, you know what? Maybe I'll just take this and play this to see how this game is. Mm-hmm. There is zero interest in putting together Labo. I have zero interest in doing that. Like I would need to buy two. I would buy one to sit on the shelf and one to give away as a gift.
Right.
So I have zero interest in that. Nintendo, $100 cheaper. Let's get back on point. $100 cheaper when it comes out to the West. Just makes sense.
It's not going to happen, but I hear you.
That or lower the price of the dock in power cable. If you lower it to $50,
together, $30 for a power cord is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
The power cord should be $5, $10. $10. I'll give you $10. All right, and that dock is $40. I'm sorry, $39.99.
Right, it's just a big hunk of plastic. That's all it is.
Also, in Nintendo news, the big thing last week was Resident Evil 7. It's coming to the Switch, right? This is the whole reason why the Switch has more memory, right? Because they said, no, listen, Capcom told Nintendo, no, you got to put more memory in the Switch. We talked about this like 6-7 months ago, because they were thinking about maybe porting. It has to be able to run Resident Evil 7, right? We got Resident Evil 7 for the Switch. Well, in Japan only as of now. And it's streamed only.
Yes. Streaming for a fee. So you have to buy credits to be able to play this game. And you get a good amount of time. You get like 180 days to play it. I think for like $15 or $20, right?
Yeah, but here's the kicker. People, it's easy to get a Japanese account. It's easy to get any region account.
Right.
People in the UK, people in America, North America have, tried it, and it is severely choppy if you can even get in at all, because this really was made for people in Japan. Mm-hmm. So even if you have a good internet connection, this was really supposed to be for people streaming in Japan. So
right. So you can try. I believe there's a demo, right? You can try the demo out if you have a Japanese account.
I think you could try the demo out.
Yeah, you get like 15 minutes to play the game. You can at least see the graphics and how the game runs. You can kind of get through the opening cutscene and run around the house for a few minutes.
Did you do it? Did you? Because we have like a joint Japanese account. Did you?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it out. Maybe I'll try it out later today. I'm more curious than anything because I've already beat the game and all that. I have the VR version for PS4, so it's like that's the one to play still. But
all right. Also, speaking of Resident Evil, we already had the remake of 4, 5, 6, right?
And 1.
And 1
for the GameCube. We've had upscale ports of 2 and 3 for the GameCube, right? But they didn't really improve the graphics, just the resolution.
Yeah, but we didn't have any remasters of 2 and 3. However, we did hear about in 2013, I believe, 13 or 14, that they were remastering Resident Evil 2. But by all signs, the rumors have it that this may be coming to E3. We may be getting an announcement at E3. Now, I got to be honest. I played Resident Evil 1 for hours and got nowhere.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm not a big spooky guy. I'm not a big spooky game guy. I don't like spooky games. Hence why I didn't buy Evil Within 2. I tried Evil Within 1. I got that first scene. I was like, I'm out. Not for me. I'm done. Okay. Not that first. I literally played the first 15 minutes of the Evil Within 1 and was like, nope, this is gonna be sitting on the shelf. Not doing. I'll watch somebody else do it. I'm not doing it. Not my jam. Okay, I'd rather give me Final Fantasy. I'd rather play give me an RPG.
Wow, there you go. Jesus, I would take offense to that, but I just understand you're too much of a baby to play these games, so it's fine. I understand.
You know what? We're gonna get an R rating on here. You know why? You kiss my ass.
I'll take a pass. Thank you very much.
I did not play Resident Evil 2. I took a pass on this game. Talk about taking a pass. I took a pass on this game when it came out. I do have it for the N64, which is the version without all the cutscenes that you can get on the PlayStation version.
Right. It's
So-
good. Resident Evil 2. I played a lot of this. I never beat it, but it is a very solid game. It definitely improves upon a lot from Resident Evil 1. I think they introduced the 180 turn in Resident Evil 2, which is great because they still had tank controls in 2 and it was hard to move around. So if a zombie's coming up behind you, you don't have to swing your character all the way around. You can just tap one of the shoulder buttons and you'll do a quick turn, and then boom, you can just throw your gun up and shoot him in the head and you're good to go. So, minor improvements like that were great. They brought back the 2 playable characters. Lots of hidden unlockable stuff in that game.
Well, by all accounts, on this one, the remake, that it's going to be over the shoulder, the camera, so it's not going to be turn-based. Thank God.
Well, you mean like fixed camera, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be a fixed camera. It's going to be over the shoulder. I'm willing to give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
I mean,
I'll try.
You're gonna get it,
I'll
folks.
give it the old college try.
Folks. Dan Robinson will own this game. He will play this game, even if for like a half an hour, and then maybe put it down. But he will have this in his collection. There is no doubts about that.
If it's physical, if it's digital, because remember the remaster for Resident Evil 1 was digital only. I did buy it.
Incorrect.
I did.
The GameCube version?
No, the remaster. This one just came out. That just came out for PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh well, the second remaster. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
I'm not talking about the original.
They've remastered this game many a times.
Yes. Well, for current gen, the remaster for current gen
is only digital. Yeah.
It is only digital.
So,
I did buy it. I did buy it. I spent the $10 on it.
It's beautiful. It's great. It's even better than the GameCube one.
So, I spent an hour, and then I was like, I'm out. I tap out. I can't do it. Can't do it. So, all right, let's get into our last story. I always try to find something goofy, something funny, something weird, so we can end the stories on sort of like a goofy note. I'm make a left turn and go something serious. So, we don't really talk about real news that's going on. We don't really talk about politics and Trump and the NRA or anything like that. We keep it strictly to video games.
Well, right.
For the most part.
As long as it relates to video games and it's something that's worth talking about, we will definitely bring it up on the show.
So the NRA, National Rifle Association, has a new president
of America.
Of America, yes. They have a new president.
Right, Ollie North. If that name rings a bell at all, he is a military vet, and
super conservative.
Yeah, let's just say this guy got into some hot water back in the '80s with the Iran-Contra thing, and leave it at that.
He's blaming video games. He blames video games for mass shootings. However, the irony is he helped make Call of Duty Black Ops, right? He worked on he was like sort of like a spokesperson and advisor for Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Some might say
rated game.
Right. Some might call him a consultant, which they definitely do. They'll kind of get military personnel to say okay, look, here's our game, here's what we want to do with it. Does this stuff make sense? Does the guns actually reload and fire in this way and whatever else? They want to make it as accurate as possible, so they do this all the time. Ollie North, involved with the Black Ops and all that, and now he's saying video games are bad, right? It's a little hypocritical, no?
He made a lot of money. He made a lot of money helping out on Black Ops 2 because Black Ops 2 sold a hell of a lot, right? The Black Ops series in general, people look at that as maybe the best Call of Duty games. Arguably. I know Modern Warfare 4, everyone loves that, but arguably Black Ops is like the best Call of Duty series, right? So he assisted on that, and he's being very hypocritical now, saying, hey, video games are the blame for all the mass shootings.
Well, sure, because everyone's looking to the NRA and saying, like, look, you're promoting, like, everyone should own a gun. Everyone should, have these things around, but no one knows how to use them, right? And they're coming under all this fire, and they're like, no, it's not us. It's video games that are polluting our children. It's like, I don't think that's true. Where is your evidence to back that up? And then also now coming out that, Ollie North was advisor to the Black Ops series, it just doesn't look good. So I guess we're both throwing up middle fingers to this guy. Like,
I wouldn't go so harsh and say middle finger, but
I will give him 2 middle fingers. I will put up both my middle fingers for both of us and throw them at Ollie North.
I would say he's just hypocritical douchebag. That's
100%.
I'll keep it at that.
100%.
All right, let's get into the convo of the week. There were rumors. We got rumors last week of an N64 Classic Mini. Right? We've heard rumors about this before. There was a trademark for the weird N64 controller, and now there are rumors about an N64 Classic trademark in Japan, which, by all accounts, was the same. It happened with the Super Nintendo and NES when they sort of had the same trademark, and then we got the NES Classic and we got the Super NES Classic, right? So it looks like we're going down the path of the N64 Classic.
Yeah,
so don't know how many games they would put on it. Right? Didn't have a vast library of games. A lot of racing games. Like
293 games in total. Yeah, 293 official games. A lot of racing games. You're right. A
lot of racing games. So I said, how about we each pick 7 games that we would want on an N64 Classic, no matter put licensing issues aside. Okay, this is a wish list, not this is what's going to be on it.
Right,
okay?
right. And this is our wish list. This is our picks, what we want to see on the system.
Yes. So, I'll go first.
All right.
I'll give you all 7 of my games.
All right.
I think a lot of my games probably will be on this system.
Fan favorites. Yeah. Probably gonna happen.
With the exception of the first one. WWF WrestleMania 2000.
Oh, so good. I think this was the last WrestleMania game or wrestling game to come out from that studio.
No Mercy came out.
Right.
After this, and I'm sorry, No Mercy fans. WrestleMania 2000, best wrestling game on N64.
There you go.
Okay.
They were all really solid. The WCW ones were great. The
WCW ones were great, and they came before the WWF ones.
That's right.
Okay, and then obviously WWF was was big time. Because this is sort of like right in the middle of smack of the Attitude Era, and they sort of switched alliances and started making WWF games. And this one was fantastic. WrestleMania 2000, the actual WrestleMania, not so much. But WrestleMania 2000, the game, best wrestling game on N64, or maybe arguably of all time. Played a ton of WrestleMania 2000.
It's great, good game, but very hard to license because, yeah.
Well, for one, they're not even called WWF anymore.
Right, they'd have to rebrand the name. Yeah,
they would have to rebrand it to WWE WrestleMania 2000. Don't know how that would work. And don't even know if they could get all the other wrestling games because WCW is not even in business, and will WWE even let them license the WCW games? Right. So, I would think No Mercy. They would just. I think No Mercy is the one that they would do. They would just take out the old logo, if anything.
Right.
Or I guess they could do the same with WrestleMania. Just take out the logo completely. Right. Anyway, my next pick, Cruisin' World. I gotta say, this may be more nostalgia than anything, because I really only had 2 games when I got it in 64. Not when it got released, but when I got it.
I mean,
Cruising World was one of them, and I played the heck out of Cruising World.
I played the arcade version a lot. I haven't played it in a while, so I don't know how well it holds up today, but we're dealing with, like, out of all the racers on N64, I think this was definitely one of the better ones. So, I mean, I would definitely play it if it was on there, and it was made, well, it was made by Rare, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Rare made this game. I think it was a Rareware game. I could be wrong. If it was made in-house by Nintendo, then they have no problems putting this on the system. I want to say it was a Rare title. So they may have some trouble. No, actually, you know what? Because it wasn't on the Rare Replay. So maybe it wasn't made by Rare. Maybe it was a Nintendo in-house game.
Developer, Midway Games.
Midway, there we go. Okay, so then it wouldn't be a problem getting the license for this game. There's a strong possibility that
you came left field with that. Rare, you thought Rare made Cruising World?
I don't know why I thought that. Midway. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Midway. You know what? I didn't even. Whoa! Now that I looked this up, I didn't even know there was a Cruising 2.
That Cruising 2?
Yeah, for the Wii. It came out for the Wii. 2007.
Interesting. Well, we all know what's going to be on your pickup list next week.
Oh, I'm adding it to the cart right now.
So there we go. All right, so
I'm adding it to the cart right now as we speak.
So what else do you got on the list?
You really had me. I really had to think. I was like, I don't know, Rare. I was really thinking about that.
I was certain that they had a hand in it. I guess not.
Another game. Well, there were a lot of games that were named 64 for the N64.
That's what they did. There was a lot of Super games for Super Nintendo, a lot of N64 or 64 games for the N64.
Which is crazy. All you do is slap 64 on it.
Exactly. Exactly. Michael Jordan in the Windy City 64. Not
a real thing, people.
No.
Donkey Kong 64. The super collectible game.
Yep.
I think Rare made that game as well. This is a game I think is a Rare game.
Very much so, yeah.
I gotta say, I never played it. No nostalgia goggles. Okay, I got no nostalgia goggles for this game. However, I want to play this game. I have the game. I have the pack for the extra memory. I always I'm always like, I'm gonna play the game. I never get a chance to play the game. This would get me to really play the game if it's on N64 Classic Mini. I would play the game in a heartbeat. Like, this would be one of the first games I pop in and try to lose myself in, trying to the big collectathon that is Donkey Kong 64. Another game that I have no nostalgia goggles for. Okay, so I didn't play this game until I became an adult.
Right.
And this is going to be blasphemous. Okay, I have no nostalgia for this game. And when we did our top Mario games of all time, I didn't put it on there, and that is Super Mario 64.
I mean, it was one of the 2 launch titles for the system, that and Pilot Wings. It's a fan favorite among everybody. It is guaranteed to be on the system. It will be number 1 on the box. Super Mario 64 is in the Nintendo 64 Mini. So, a great game. And I'm with you on all those fronts too. I never really played it at the time. I got to play it afterwards in either remake form or emulated and whatnot. It's good. Yeah, it's a good game.
Listen, it's a good game. I played a little bit of it. I'm super stoked that it will be on it if this is a real thing, because I want to play it. Like, I want to play it. So yeah, I want to play this in Donkey Kong 64. Games that I never got a chance to play when I was a kid. So I really want to play this game. Another game that I don't have nostalgia for, guarantee you will be on the N64 Classic. That I did play as an adult, and I beat too as an adult, and that is Super Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, Super Smash Bros. Classic. Guaranteed to be on there too. I think. I mean, I think it has to be. It
has to be on there. Guaranteed.
It was the birth of Smash was N64. And it's played in competitions around the world now. Like, everyone holds it in such high regard. Like, yeah.
The question is, will will they, because you had some unlockable characters in that game, right? Will you have to unlock those characters just like you did originally back in the day, or will they come all unlocked?
Well, that's actually very interesting. Looking back on it, because I'm trying to think. So I know like the Nintendo games really didn't have any unlockables and whatnot, right? Some of them have like save states. Well, actually, technically every game has a save state because they have that built-in feature. But talking about the game itself, like some of those games, like Final Fantasy on the NES had save states, so you could save your progress along the way, but there was nothing to unlock. You were just going through the game and getting all your stuff, and it was just where you were at in it. So they didn't have anything like unlockable characters or tracks or whatever. On the Super Nintendo side, the only like game I can really think of that would even have anything would be like, say, like Super Punch-Out, right? If you want to go to like the different circuits. And I know when you boot that game up, you only get the minor circuit to start out in, so you have to go through all those circuits, Well, using that as like a precedent, I would say no. You're probably going to have to unlock them.
Because you had Jigglypuff, you had Captain Falcon,
right?
You had Ness, and you had Luigi.
Yeah,
as unlockable characters.
Yeah. There was the two on each side. So you're probably gonna have to unlock them. Like the games are as you would get them, I think, from the store.
And the classic Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, as the as the hidden level
stage.
That's right.
Also on my list, I will admit, nostalgia glasses. Okay, nostalgia glasses, because this was the other game I had other than Cruising World when I first got my 64. Duke Nukem 64.
Oh, I can guarantee you this won't be on the system.
Oh, screw you. Okay.
Nah, I'm just being honest, man. Like, look, the PC version is the best. These are slightly different versions of the game, and they are not good.
Duke Nukem on N64. I'm talking about the Duke Nukem 64. It was another Duke Nukem on it.
There was like Time to Kill and 0 Hour and there was a bunch of games.
all trash. Not talking about those. Duke Nukem 64, which was the original Duke Nukem game, was fantastic. I played I beat it so many times.
Because you never played the PC version. I understand. That's all you had at the time. You had to deal with less than. It's fine.
It was fantastic. Okay.
No.
I found all the secrets.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you beat that game top to bottom.
I beat that game. I 100% it. I want to say I definitely 100%ed Super Mario World. And I think the second game I ever 100%ed was Duke Nukem 64. I 100%ed the heck out of that game. I found every nook and cranny.
Well, you're 5 out of 6 so far, right?
No, I'm not. I think that what?
You're 5 out of 6.
I'm gonna petition to put that game on.
You will have one signature on there, and it'll come from you.
And you know what? That's all I need. All right. I think I would unlock my system. I don't unlock any of my mini. I haven't unlocked the SNES or the NES Classic, but I will unlock the N64 Classic and put Duke Nukem
put Duke Nukem on there.
64.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. And the last game on my list is my number one game for the system, the best, and I said it, the best Mario Kart game, and that's Mario Kart 64. Love
Solid,
that game.
Man. Yeah. I mean, that's a guarantee. All your 64 picks, with the exception of Duke Nukem, are pretty much guaranteed to be on there.
Yes. Yeah. I love the best Mario Kart. I got to say, one of the things that I loved about this Mario Kart that weren't in other Mario Karts, even though it is on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where this was the first Mario Kart where you can hold 2 items, right? You can. If you had a shell, you can sort of like have the shell in front, sort of ready to aim it, and then you can hit a question mark and have another item waiting. So I love that feature because I would always strategize on how I would use it. So I beat this game top to bottom. And it could be the third game I ever 100%ed.
Right.
I beat this game top to bottom, got a gold in every category. I just, as the t-shirt said, get good. I got good. I had no choice because I really only had 4 games for the N64.
Okay. You got some solid picks on there. I not gonna hate on that. So I got 7. And I'm just gonna get right into them. My first pick, Ogre Battle 64.
What? Wait.
See, okay.
You gave me crap about Duke Nukem 64. I can guarantee you Ogre Battle 64 will not be in the N64.
Oh, no. You're probably right. It's probably not going to be on there because Nintendo has too many of their own games that they can just pull on to put in there, for sure. But that does not make it a bad game. It is a good game that not a lot of people have played, I would assume, because there was not a lot of great RPGs on the N64. N64 did not have the same installed fan base that the PlayStation had, so it wasn't like Final Fantasy VII or anything like that. But it is a legit fantastic game, and it should be on the system. As opposed to Duke Nukem 64, which everybody knows and is a bad game. There is a difference. I want to say that.
Don't let forever cloud your judgment, okay? Don't let Duke Nukem Forever cloud your judgment.
I'm not. Duke Nukem Forever is not even in my purview right now, right?
Okay, because prior to Duke Nukem Forever, Duke Nukem was a top tier franchise. Everyone loved Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem was
Duke Nukem was great in the late 90s on PC, and then that was about it. And then he lay dormant for like 20 years.
All right, I played it on PC, but I played the heck out of it on N64. Okay, everybody loved Duke Nukem.
Yeah, nostalgia goggles. I'm sorry.
Now to the
anyway,
game, baby.
Moving on.
Everybody loved Duke Nukem. Okay?
Wow. Moving on. Number 2, F-Zero X. How can you not?
Okay. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
It's weird that they didn't call it F-Zero 64.
Right? they wanted to go. They wanted to be a little different. F-Zero X. Number 3.
It's not even the 10th. It's not even the 10th version of it.
I know. Number 3. Paper Mario. Right.
That is Super. What is it? Super Mario RPG 2, essentially.
It's
right?
kind of a spiritual successor in a way. Yeah. Because obviously SquareSoft made the first one, and they own the license to a lot of those characters, so they had to kind of take a different route. But it's essentially the continuation of that. One of the other only good RPGs in the system. One of the other RPGs in the system, period. RPG light, but still, pretty solid. And definitely a good candidate. It was made in-house, so they can easily put it on the system. Number 4, Ocarina of Time. It's guaranteed to be on there.
100%. Do you think they would put both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. I think they have to in that case. Yeah, it's definitely a no-brainer. I did play a lot more of Ocarina. I've only recently started playing Majora's Mask on the 3DS as the remaster, so I don't have as much love for that game as I do Ocarina. But yeah. So number 5, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Obviously not going to happen because Rare does own the rights. That was made by Rare exclusively. But it is a fantastic game.
Xbox. Listen, Phil Spencer is just crazy enough to make a deal with Nintendo to put it on.
Maybe, yeah, maybe that would be awesome. And then the last 2 are also in the same boat. So it's GoldenEye at number 6 and Banjo-Kazooie at number 7. Also Rare games that were exclusive to Nintendo but made by Rare. So if they can ink that deal and make that happen, oh my God, that'd be fantastic.
I think we talked about this a few months ago that the trademark for GoldenEye that Nintendo owns is going to expire at some point this year, right? So it maybe if you're Phil Spencer, you say, "Hey, look,
strike a deal,"
Nintendo, Nintendo, you put, I'll let you put Conker's Bad Fur Day, GoldenEye, and Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2 on the NES Classic. Just don't re-up that GoldenEye trademark because we wanted to, I want to bring that in-house and make a new GoldenEye game exclusive for the Xbox. Come on, let's make a deal.
That'd be all right.
I can deal with that.
Yeah.
That could be, honestly, I'm not even joking. It's wishful thinking, but I'm not even joking. That could be like the thing to get people to buy the N64. They're going to buy it anyway, but to get people to go crazy. Remember, the SNES Classic, the one thing that people really wanted to buy this for is to buy Star Fox 2, which we knew was done but never released, right? I don't know if there's any games for
N64 games that were in production that never came out
that we know about, right? That they could release on N64 Classic. But this could be like the thing to get people to hey, I bet you didn't think Conker's Bad Fur Day Banjo-Kazooie or GoldenEye would be on an N64 Classic, right? You were wrong. It is. But if you had to take those three out, and I had to put your feet to the fire.
Oh my God!
Dave,
On the spot right now? What would I end up putting in there?
Three games. Let's listen. 3 games that most likely will be on here. What would you pick?
Oh boy! I got it. No. I got this.
Okay.
I got this. You're gonna pose this question, throw me in the spotlight. Put me up like baby Simba. That's perfectly fine. I got this. Majora's Mask definitely goes in there.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that one. Yeah.
Okay. I would put in Mischief Makers. Right? Was
You think that?
Is a treasure?
You think that would make the cut? You think that was like popular enough?
No. You didn't say any of that. You said give me like 3 new games that they could put on the system. These are games that I would want to see on the system.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
All right. Don't put extra stipulations on there.
All right, fair enough.
Then,
Go ahead. Mischief Makers. Okay.
Damn. My final one maybe Wave Race 64, right?
Wave Race, yes,
Right?
and you forgot Star Fox.
Star Fox 64.
Star Fox 64.
Sure, Star Fox 64.
Star
Fox is guaranteed to be on that system, right?
Listen. Guaranteed Smash Brothers from my list. Guaranteed Smash Brothers, Super Mario, Mario Kart. Right. From your list, I 100% think F-Zero will be on there. Paper Mario.
Yep.
And
Ocarina.
I think we're 3 for 3 in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I think we both have 3 games on our list that are like guaranteed to be on there. And I think Majora's Mask, Star Fox 64, right, and even in Wave Race 64, I think another 3 games that definitely would make the list.
So I think
how many games in total you think they would put on this N64 Classic?
I'd probably say about 20, 25. Yeah.
Wow, you think that much? That many? Wow.
I mean, there's got to be variety on there. I mean, granted, these games are a little bit bigger. They're a little bit more substantial than the games that were on the NES that were just kind of like quick little pick up and plays, But
and mind you, they're probably using the same board that they use for the NES Classic and SNES Classic.
Probably. I mean, it's
easy
not like
for production.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was a board that was specifically designed just for NES.
Yeah,
you can get super cheap, low cost Raspberry Pis for like nothing that will play N64 and even a little bit beyond that, like easily. Just with the right type of emulation. So Nintendo knows what's up. They knew what was going on. Since the NES came out 2 years ago, the SNES came out last year, we will probably hear about the N64 Mini as maybe even a mic drop moment at this E3. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
And as a side note, if you didn't get a chance to get the NES Classic, it is coming back out this summer.
That's right. That's right. They're going to do another run again. It'll probably be a lot easier to get. I don't think the scalpers are going to be out in that. They're not going to be that crazy as they were the first time around, because now they know Nintendo could just put them out whenever they want again, right? And now it's not limited anymore. I don't think they're going to be jumping on this so much. So if you want one, it should be a little easier, I think. But yeah, I mean, on that note, I think that wraps up episode 119. Again, we want to thank you guys for sticking with us and being such great fans of the show. If you want to contact us and get in touch and interact, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, and Vero at Rated G for Gamers. You can always email us at info@ratedgforgamers.com. Stay tuned next week, episode 120 with special guest The Cartridge Gamer. It should be a good one. We're going to do the E3 pre-show. It should be a good time. So please listen, subscribe, and as always,
keep gaming.